let it rip. Now I'ma let it hit. I'ma come at them with skills, make them wanna quit. Best believe I'm set to win. If you tested me, you better think again. Let it rip. Now I'ma let it hit. I'ma come at them with skills, make them wanna quit. Best believe I'm set to win. If you tested me, you better think again. Every journey begins with one step. Every tournament requires you come equipped. Count down to let it rip. Test your metal at the very highest level. Never settle, be a rebel. Forget the bass, let's kick the treble. The devil is in the details. He who nails it prevails. If he fails, you'll see tails and emails. Heads and tails, it don't matter. This battle is more than a game, more than a sport, more than the fame. It's all in your core. Let it rip. Now I'ma let it hit. I'ma come at them with skills, make them wanna quit. Best believe I'm set to win.
Hey everyone, it's DagadgetGuru. This is going to be another Narrated Duel video. In this video, I'm actually versing a Crystal Beast deck. This guy's been playing a Crystal Beast deck in the new format, and he's liking it a lot. Basically, what he uses is Crystal Beast with tuners such as Krebons and Psychic Commander, and with Ancient City Rainbow Ruins and Abundance. Basically, he just plays Crystal Beast, and he can negate your spells and traps, and then he abundances for game, and he also has the tuners for synchroing. So it's actually a pretty nice deck. You know, it gave me a good run here, so I said I told him, you know, I'll record this and put it up, because it's good to record and duel the odd decks too, because, you know, you can duel all the meta decks and say, you know, I win, you know, against all the meta decks, but what do you do if you go to regionals and verse a deck like this? I mean, if you can't beat a random off-branch deck like Crystal Beast, or I don't know, say some kind of odd Blackwing variant, then, you know, I mean, you may not do very good at regionals. So I figured, you know what, why not? I'll record it and do a video of it. So that's what I did. Pretty standard. I started off with a decent hand, not the best. So I mean, as you can see if you watch, I just played a gadget and set a background, ended pretty much. So now I've got Yellow, Smashing, Dark Hole, Cyber Phoenix, Wall Illusion, Tragodia. And I'm just like, well, Cyber Phoenix. I wanted to see if he was going to Solemn Warning it, because if he was going to Solemn Warning it, I was just going to let it go, but he didn't, so I just ended up smashing ground. Because it's just like, well, if you're not going to Solemn Warning, then I'm fine. So go ahead and get rid of that, you know. Puts it in his Spell and Trap card zone. So he's got a Carbuncle and a Pegasus now. I hit him for 12. First damage. I have Dark Hole, Tragodia, Wall Illusion, and Yellow Gadget. So, you know, basically I was thinking he'll attack me, I Special Summon I Special Summon Tragodia, draw a card off a Cyber Phoenix, and then my next turn I can ditch, you know, a Gadget and take whatever monster he summons. Which is a good plan, like, and you'll see that happen. You know, he plays Rare Value. I had a choice between Pegasus and Carbuncle here, and I always go with Carbuncle, because if he does Rare Value and ends up drawing into Beacon, I don't want freaking Carbuncle coming out here and special summoning a bunch of monsters. It's like, really? So I pretty much always go with Carbuncle. If he had nothing else there, if he just if he had, like, I don't know, if he had a bunch of monsters there and I had like Fossil Dino Oppression, then I wouldn't care, you know. I'd be like, yeah, whatever, get rid of Crystal Beast Pegasus. But I don't like Carbuncle. Carbuncle annoys me. He's like, look, massive swarm. Or as my friend says, Blitzkrieg. I'm like, oh dear goodness. So yeah, he summons Amber Mammoth, and he equips that stupid equip card to it. Whatever you call it, Crystal Power or whatever. He'll play it here in a second. There you go, Crystal Release. Gets 800, and when it's sent to the graveyard, you can place a Crystal Beast monster from your deck into your spell zone. Excuse me. So it becomes a 25. I take 13 off the attack, and I'm thinking, you know, that's kind of bad. But then again, I do have the Tragodia, and taking a 25 beat stick, you know, I think I'll take that. I face down to Widespread Ruin, so I could have killed it, but he just gained too much advantage off of that if I killed it, because he'd put his Amber Mammoth in there, and then, you know, Release would get him another monster, and it would be just too much advantage. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to kill it. Plus, this guy runs like an assload of traps, and I mean that literally. He runs like Solemn Warnings and 7 tools, and so I kind of wanted to save that, but so I just ditched, you know, Wall of Illusion, because I really didn't want to use it. Because if he gets Pegasus out, he can just bounce it off my Wall of Illusion endlessly and get all his monsters, which happened. I've had that happen before, so I learned from that one pretty quickly. One thing people do ask is, why do I use Wall of Illusion over Legendary Jujitsu Master? The reason I do that is because, yes, Juju returns to the top of the deck, but the problem is Juju is only in defense mode, so I have to leave him as a defense the entire game. With Wall of Illusion, they hit him, go to their hand, I turn him to attack mode, hit for 11, they summon again, hit him again, and go back to their hand again. So it's like a double compulsory in one monster. And you know, the more advantage you can get from a single monster, the better. So I always prefer, well, I mean, like I said, I always prefer the most advantage. So honestly, Wall of Illusion has played better for me than Juju has. Another reason is Legendary Jujitsu Master has 1800 defense. That's not bad, but seeing as I run 3 Shrink, 1850 defense guarantees nothing can get over Wall of Illusion. No, not even synchros. Like, they're just not high enough. I mean, I know there's only 50 defense difference, but at the same time, you know, a little bit of extra damage can't hurt. The one reason I don't like Juju is if they have what do you call it, Morphing Jar. They can bounce them off of that and put them on top of the deck. With Wall of Illusion, it still goes to hand, but then I know what they're setting. I mean, Juju creates dead draws, but at the same time, in playtesting, I've just had a much better time with Wall of Illusion. So it's a really hard choice. Like, I mean, I'm not even gonna say that it's not. I mean, it's a really hard choice. If you guys haven't been paying attention, he basically got rid of his Amber Mammoth, and then he summoned Psychic Commander, and he's beating my face in now with Psychic Commander. So that's what he's been doing. I mean, here I got Yellow, Dark Hole, and Fossil, and I've got Torrential face down, and I'm just like, And I set a monster last turn hoping he would summon and, you know, try and attack or synchro, but he's not, so I had to kind of summon Yellow, activate the effect, and then kind of Torrential here. Because that was my really only play. Because that's like Commander was messing me up. Like, I'm not going to say it wasn't, but then he Solemn Warning that I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So I couldn't even do anything. Like, I was going to summon Yellow and, you know, activate Torrential Tribute, but since he warning the summon, I can't activate Torrential, which is really gay. Because that messed me up hardcore here. And so here he special summons Carbuncle, and he's like, look, massive special summon, and I'm just like, oh, that's pretty retarded. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like, wow, what the heck. But thankfully I had the Torrential Tribute, so I was like, yeah, Torrential, you all need to go away. So it was actually a pretty nice play that I didn't play Torrential and I summoned Yellow. So I mean, like I said, even when it becomes bad for me, I still could find ways out of it. So it doesn't bother me too much. The only scary thing for me about versing Crystal Beast is playing against them when they have like abundance. And right there I clicked Wall of Illusion, but I'm not even sure how I did that. I was just like, why isn't Fossil in play? So I realized that and told him. That's what I realized. I was like, wait, what the fuck? If you read the screen down there. Like, why did I play Wall of Illusion? I meant to play Fossil. So I played Fossil, attacked. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing real big or different about it, you know. But the reason I played Fossil Dino was I had Fossil Dino and Widespread Ruin. Now, that meant A, he couldn't attack over it, and B, you know, he's got no cards left, he's got 2 cards in hand. Like, I knew he had the abundance. I mean, I knew it. So I was just waiting for him to play the abundance. But he couldn't play the abundance because of Fossil Dyna. He had to summon and try and attack over it, and because of Shrink, it's like, hey, guess what? You're too small, go away.